Imagine walking into any room and owning it without speaking a single word. Imagine heads turning, not because of your looks or clothing, but because of your presence. That power does not come from fame, fortune, or physical features. It comes from one trait, a trait rooted deep in your brain: confidence. Neuroscience has uncovered something extraordinary. Confidence is not an accident. It is not a talent only a few are born with. It is a pattern that can be wired, rewired, and built into your brain no matter where you begin. The world often tells you that attractiveness is about appearance, status, or charm. But the truth is, confidence trumps all of that. A person who stands tall in their beliefs, who moves with certainty, and who radiates inner peace will always be seen as attractive. Why? Because confidence activates something primal in the human brain. It triggers admiration, trust, and curiosity. And the best part, you can train your brain to embody it. Confidence is not about arrogance. It is not loud, it is not boastful. True confidence is quiet power. It is the calm certainty in your step. It is the steady gaze that says, I know who I am. And when that energy flows from your mind into your body and your actions, others feel it before you speak. You become the person others want to follow, learn from, and be around. That is the magnetic effect of rewired confidence. In this video, you will learn how neuroscience reveals the exact methods to reprogram your brain for unshakable confidence. These are not just theories, they are brain-based strategies supported by research and real-world application. You will understand how thought patterns shape self-belief, how daily habits affect brain chemistry, and how to condition your nervous system to show up powerfully in any situation. Stay with me, because by the time we reach the end of this journey, you will have the tools to build real confidence from the inside out. You will no longer be held back by fear, doubt, or insecurity. You will become someone who commands respect, radiates trust, and attracts others naturally. That is not a dream. That is a neurological reality you are about to create. Your brain is the control center of your identity. Every belief you hold about yourself, every fear, every doubt, every spark of courage, it all lives in neural circuits. Confidence, contrary to popular belief, is not a personality trait. It is a neural pattern. It is a specific way your brain processes risk, value, and social cues. And that means it can be changed. Through the lens of neuroscience, we now understand that you can literally rewire your brain for confidence. The science behind this lies in neuroplasticity. This term refers to your brain's ability to form new connections and change its structure through experience. Every time you challenge fear, every time you take a risk, every time you act despite self-doubt, your brain records it. It strengthens the neural pathways linked to courage, certainty, and self-trust. And over time, this becomes your default setting. Confidence is often misunderstood. It is not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward in spite of it. Neuroscientists have shown that confident individuals have stronger activation in the prefrontal cortex, the region associated with decision-making and self-regulation. This part of the brain helps suppress negative thoughts and allows you to act based on purpose, not emotion. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. On the flip side, lack of confidence is rooted in the limbic system, specifically the amygdala. This is your brain's fear center. It exaggerates danger and keeps you stuck in hesitation. But here is the breakthrough. You can train your brain to regulate the amygdala and shift power to the prefrontal cortex. Through mindfulness, visualization, goal setting, and deliberate action, you can rewire your brain to respond with confidence instead of fear. This video will guide you through that transformation. You will learn how to identify limiting beliefs, interrupt negative patterns, and build daily practices that strengthen your brain's confidence circuits. You will walk away knowing that confidence is not something you wait for. It is something you build moment by moment through action, awareness, and alignment with your higher self. The first step to rewiring your brain for confidence is mastering your inner dialogue. What you say to yourself every day becomes the script your brain follows. Research shows that positive affirmations and self-directed statements activate the ventromedial prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for self-worth. Begin by replacing self-critical thoughts with empowering truths. When you hear yourself say, I cannot do this, immediately reframe it with, I am learning how to do this. The more often you practice, the more your brain starts to believe. Confidence begins with how you speak to yourself in silence. It is a private conversation that builds public strength. But this is not just about being nice to yourself. It is about being consistent. Your brain requires repetition to believe anything is true. One positive statement is not enough. Daily reinforcement builds a new mental habit. Create a short list of empowering statements about who you are and what you are capable of. Repeat them out loud every morning. Over time, your brain begins to align with these truths. You start acting in ways that confirm your new identity, and confidence becomes natural. Second, train your body to send confident signals to the brain. Posture, breathing, and facial expression influence your mental state. Studies on embodied cognition reveal that standing tall, keeping shoulders back, and breathing deeply increase testosterone and reduce cortisol. These hormonal shifts make you feel more capable. Even smiling, when done intentionally, activates reward centers in the brain and reinforces feelings of trust and warmth. Your body teaches your brain how to feel, so move with power and purpose. Every motion you make is feedback to your brain about how you feel. Make it count. Take time every day to consciously check in with your physical presence. Are you slouching? Are you breathing shallowly? Are your shoulders tense? Simple adjustments can immediately shift your emotional state. Try this: stand up, stretch your arms wide, take 3 deep breaths, and smile. In under 60 seconds, you will feel different. Your brain is listening to your body. Give it the message that you are grounded, safe, and strong. Third, visualize success before it happens. Elite athletes use this method because the brain often cannot distinguish between real and imagined success. When you visualize yourself speaking with confidence, walking into a room calmly, or handling pressure with grace, you stimulate the same brain regions as when the event happens in real life. This preconditions your brain to expect success and handle it smoothly. 5 minutes of daily visualization can significantly alter your confidence baseline. Do not just imagine the outcome. Feel it. Close your eyes and visualize with sensory detail. See the room, hear your voice, feel your heartbeat steady and calm. Neuroscience shows that multisensory visualization strengthens the synaptic connections associated with success. This builds memory templates your brain will automatically refer to in real-life scenarios. The more vividly you see your confident self in action, the more likely your brain will make it a reality. Fourth, reframe failure as feedback. The confident brain does not avoid mistakes, it learns from them. Neuroimaging studies show that individuals who view failure as part of growth show increased activity in the dorsal anterior cingulate cortex, which regulates learning. When something goes wrong, say to yourself, "This is helping me grow." Confidence grows not from perfection but from resilience. Train your brain to see challenge as an opportunity rather than a threat. You can rewire how your brain processes setbacks. Each time you encounter failure and choose curiosity over criticism, you shift from threat mode to learning mode. Write down what went wrong, what you learned, and how you will improve next time. This process strengthens neural pathways related to problem solving and adaptability. Your brain begins to see every experience as a stepping stone, not a setback. This mindset breeds unstoppable confidence. Fifth, create a confidence ritual. This is a short daily routine that primes your mind and body for success. It could be a mantra, a physical movement, or a few minutes of journaling. Rituals activate the basal ganglia, the habit center of your brain, and anchor your behavior and consistency. Over time, these rituals condition your nervous system to enter a confident state automatically. Confidence is not random. It is the result of intentional, repeated behaviors that become embedded in your brain's architecture. Build your ritual around your values and goals. For example, you might wake up, do a power pose for 2 minutes, say your affirmations aloud, write down 3 wins from the previous day, and visualize 1 success for today. Keep it simple but powerful. When your nervous system knows what to expect, it creates emotional safety. That emotional safety frees up mental energy for courage. The ritual becomes your personal switch to activate self-belief every day. There will be days when your belief in yourself feels shaky. That is normal. Even the most confident minds encounter doubt. What separates those who grow from those who shrink is how they respond in those moments. Neuroscience reveals that emotions are not fixed truths. They are chemical messages that can be shifted. By learning to ride the wave of discomfort rather than drown in it, you rewire your brain to become resilient. That resilience becomes your source of quiet power, the kind of power that others instinctively respect and are drawn to. Inner peace is the foundation of lasting confidence. Without it, your mind will chase validation, approval, or praise. But when you create inner peace through consistent self-awareness, your brain shifts into a stable, regulated state. This is when the parasympathetic nervous system, the calm response, activates. In this state, your voice becomes steady, your body relaxes, and your thoughts are clear. That calmness is rare in today's chaotic world, and people are magnetically drawn to it. You become a sanctuary of strength in a noisy crowd. Remember, no one else can give you true confidence. They can cheer you on or lift your mood temporarily, but the source must come from within. Your own brain has everything it needs. When you reflect on past victories, when you acknowledge your growth, when you honor your efforts, your brain releases dopamine, reinforcing your sense of progress. That release creates a powerful loop of motivation and momentum. Every act of self-recognition rewires your mind to expect success and strive for more. Determination is a form of emotional endurance. It is the choice to keep going not because it is easy, but because you are becoming the person you were meant to be. Neuroscience shows that grit, long-term perseverance, activates regions in the anterior cingulate cortex and the prefrontal cortex. These regions are responsible for motivation, attention, and emotional regulation. When you tell yourself, "I am not giving up," your brain responds by enhancing focus and shutting down distractions. Confidence grows each time you honor your promise to yourself. Overcoming insecurity is not a one-time event. It is a continuous process of replacing doubt with truth, fear with curiosity, and judgment with compassion. Your brain is listening every time you choose to speak kindly to yourself. That kindness rewires your emotional blueprint. It gives you the freedom to show up, to be seen, and to lead with authenticity. And when you do that, when you allow the world to see the real you without apology, you embody the most attractive trait of all: unwavering, self-generated confidence. Now that you have seen the science, heard the strategies, and felt the truth of what real confidence looks like, the next step is yours to take. Confidence will not arrive through waiting. It is forged in movement. You must begin acting as if your future self is already watching. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a message to your brain that says, "I am growing. I am becoming." And with each repetition of that belief, the old doubts begin to fade. You owe it to yourself to take action today, not someday. Begin where you are. Use what you have. Set one goal that challenges your comfort zone. It does not need to be perfect or dramatic. It simply needs to signal to your brain that a new path is being chosen. Speak up when your voice shakes. Walk taller even when fear whispers. These microactions compound. They rewire your neural pathways. And as those new circuits strengthen, confidence stops being something you chase and starts becoming something you live. If you found value in this journey, then do not keep it to yourself. Share this message with someone who needs it. Pass it along to a friend, a family member, or even a stranger who looks like they are searching for strength. Because sometimes, all it takes is one insight, one voice to ignite the transformation in someone else. And when you give, you also reinforce your own path. Helping others grow becomes part of your own neurological rewiring. Subscribe to this channel if you want more science-backed tools to transform your mindset, elevate your potential, and build a life of inner power. Every week, I bring you strategies rooted in neuroscience and psychology, not just to inform you, but to inspire you to act. Growth is a daily commitment, and I am here to walk beside you on that path. Together, we are not just learning, we are evolving. So go now. Do something that your future self will thank you for. Speak kindly to yourself. Stand with courage. Act with intention. You have a brain wired for growth, for power, for connection. Reclaim that power. Rewire your story. And show the world the kind of confidence that does not need to shout, because its silence is already magnetic.